the Soggy Kookaburra podcast, episode number 21. Very happy new year to you. Today is Sunday the 19th of January 2020. As I say, a very happy new year to you. My name's Kathy. I'm coming to you from a small town in North Wales where I live with my husband, our teenage son, and our three cats, Pickle, Puka and Pumpkin. You may have noticed, if you are a long-time viewer, that I have a slight change of scene today. This is because the room that I usually record in is currently being slept in by my brother Sam. So I thought I would get up early and do this podcast first thing, and I'm going to do a little video with him a bit later on and insert it into the video, so you can meet him and see what he's been working on. Anyway, if this is your first time, welcome aboard the crafty train, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me again. I've got lots of bits and pieces to share with you today, and I've already got cats everywhere. I've just noticed Pumpkin. I've got my coffee, so grab yourself a drink if you are inclined to do so, and we shall crack on. So over the Christmas period, I had 8 glorious days off work, which was absolutely splendid. And of course I got lots of crafting done, a little bit of knitting, some diamond painting. I have some finished projects to share with you today. And please excuse any thumping that you can hear. It is just the cats because we're on the first floor here. Obviously when they jump on the floor it sounds a lot louder than when we're on the ground floor. Anyway, so I am recording in my bedroom, as I say. It's not ideal only because the lighting isn't as good up here, but hey ho, we shall manage. Hopefully you can see well enough. I think we should just start, rather than me rambling on as I often do, I think we should just start with my finished projects. Got a good collection actually. I've been doing a lot of diamond painting, which is just so relaxing for me, and you know, it's just something I go back to time and again. As you may recall, if you've watched before, I've got my massive big project that I'm working on, which is a big 6-foot long waterfall scene. I have been working on that, but I'm not going to show you because, well, to be honest, it's so massive that you can't really see the progress month to month. It's sort of, this is a long-term thing. So what I have been doing is, in between working on that, is working on some smaller projects, which just, it's quite nice to just do something and get it done, and there's a sense of achievement there, whereas, as I say, the big project is a bit of a long game. So I would like to share with you a couple of little mandala style diamond paintings that I've finished since we last recorded. So this is one that I did for Stu's bedroom. It was just from Amazon. I'm sorry, they're blowing out a bit there. It's full drill, little circular drills. It's okay. I chose it primarily for the colours, because it does kind of match Stuart's bedroom, and it's suitably, masculine. It's not super shiny, not super sparkly, but it is quite nice, especially when seen from a distance. So there's that little one, and I've just mounted it on a really cheap little canvas, a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre canvas that I picked up from Home Bargains for a couple of pounds maybe. I think I got a pack of 4 for £3, and it's the perfect size. So I did this one, which I really enjoyed doing. As I say, the colours are really, I love this sort of aqua, turquoisey kind of colour scheme. So yeah, really quite pleased with that one. And in the same vein, I did one for the room that I usually record in, which is our downstairs study. These are my colours. I mean, if you recall, there is a guest bed in that room, and the duvet cover is all these colours. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's a mandala style duvet. But the purples, and again, the aquas, and I do like this one a lot. I really like this one. Again, same dealio. It's just a little canvas that I bought. I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks really cool. So that usually lives downstairs. I had a bit of forethought last night and grabbed it from the study before Sam went to bed, so I could share it with you this morning. So yeah, they're the 2 full drill ones that I've completed. I have also, if you recall, I think it was probably last episode, I showed you the blue sparkly one in the circular frame that I'd done. Well, I've done another 2 so that we have 3, and they're kind of mounted on the stairwell here, which is lovely. So this one's kind of cute. Now this is what they call 5D drills, so they're all like special shapes. They're super shiny. I'm sorry about the reflection. And obviously it's a little kitty cat sitting on a pink poof, which I just think is adorable. And of course it comes with the pretty sparkly tassel, and it comes with everything. It's actually a very, very good deal. I think they may be £3 or £4 from AliExpress, and they just come with everything. This one did have all the beads. If you recall, the blue one was missing one of the giant sparkly diamonds, which was a bit irritating, but you know, hey ho. This one does in fact have all of them. I think it's quite cute. I think it took me about an hour. It was not a long project, but the sense of accomplishment was lovely. And then to match the other mandala one that I have done, I then got this one. And I have to say, I think this is my favourite. It is a partial drill again with the 5Ds. Really sparkly. Again, I really wish I could show you this in person because the reflection off the glass isn't great. But it looks absolutely stunning up on the wall. It catches the light. It's really beautiful. And again, such a good deal from AliExpress. The only downside, of course, is you are waiting up to 3 months for it to arrive. But, you know, that's fine as well. It's not like I don't have enough craft projects to keep me going. So, yeah. So they are my finished diamond paintings, and I'm really quite pleased with them. As I say, I'm still working on my large one. I've got some more smaller mandala style ones. These ones are square ones, but they're partial drill and they're very sparkly. So that's kind of something that I'm going to be looking at, playing around with over the next couple of months. Oh, coffee is good. It's still quite early here for a Sunday, so I haven't had as much coffee as I would like. Finished knitting projects, I have 2. Now I didn't bring my sock blockers up, annoyingly, and they're in Sam's room, so I finally finished Buddy's lovely socks. So these ones I am just so pleased with. I really am. They are just a rib sock pattern, which gives them lots of extra strength. It's a wool-free yarn, which means it's super soft. It is designed for socks, so it has got like a natural fibre in it. I think it's maybe bamboo, which means that it should breathe, and I'm really pleased with them, and I'm looking forward to shipping these off to Buddy this week. So yes, I'm very happy with those anyway, and I hope that they fit him. I'm sure they probably will. They've got quite a lot of give in them, so yeah, should be good. But I'm really pleased. I'm pleased with how the stripes turned out. I tell you what, it is a bit of a pain weaving in all the ends at the end, but the effect is so worth it. I really like them. Really like them. So they are going off in the post this week. And the other knitting project that I have finished is a beanie, which I made, oops, you can see, which I made using the, I haven't kept the tag, the pom-pom hat yarn from Aldi. And this is for one of my dear friends who lives in Arkansas, over in the US, where I believe it does get quite cold. Got the funky furry purple beanie, lovely colours. It's really basic beanie pattern, if you like. I did try and follow the pattern on the back of the ball band, but it was knitted in the flat, and I don't like that for starters. And I started working it up, and I didn't like the way it was looking. So I thought, sod it, I will just create my own pattern based on a few different styles that I've done over the years. So it's just a very simple 3x1 purl and knit ribbing for sort of a colour, the purple, or the 2 purples. And then I think it was a knit purl the rest of the way up, and then of course your standard decreases. So it's a little bit slouchy, which is always nice, I think. It's a lovely and cozy. I was a bit worried because knitting it up, it felt a little bit scratchy, but actually now that it is knitted up and it's sort of relaxed a little bit, it's actually lovely and cozy. And it is a little bit slouchy, but not so slouchy that the pom-pom hangs off the end. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So that's going out in the post as well. I was really just holding on to it to show you guys. So yeah, really, really chuffed with that. And the colours make me so happy. And I know that my friend Ashton has very similar taste in colours to me, so I hope that she's going to enjoy this as well. It's just lovely, warm, purpley colours, which just makes me happy. The yarn itself, I'm actually really quite impressed with it. The colour changes are very clean. They knit up well. You can see it's got a really decent stitch definition. You know, considering it was just cheap Aldi yarn, which I don't usually buy, and it's acrylic, which I also don't usually buy, I have actually been very impressed. So, as you know from my yarn haul, I bought quite a few of those little pom-pom sets in different colours. I gave one to my brother Sam, and he is knitting up a scarf, but I will show you that in the insert video. Actually, I'll show you that in the insert video now. Somewhere I'll put it in anyway, so you can see where he's up to. And Sam has never done any knitting before, so it was a great project for him. Hiya! Right, here's this long-awaited video with my brother Sam. I'm using some different technology, and it's a completely different day. It's actually Sunday the 26th. And there's a couple of reasons I wanted to wait. One was so that Sam could do a bit more of his knitting, and also so that I could finish those yoga socks. So first up, how about we show off these yoga socks now that they are done. Let's see how flexible Sam can be.
Ugh. So,
there we go.
Get some good angles here.
Yeah, funky yoga socks. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, one of the cocktail range. Aren't they cool? And that should resolve the issue of holes developing in hand knit socks.
Yep.
So the other thing I wanted to show you and share with you was, so Sam arrived here in early November, and one of the first things that I got him into was knitting. And so we started knitting a scarf out of one of the Aldi beanie balls. If you recall, I bought quite a few of those. So do you want to show us where you're up to?
So, I have gotten about this far. It's been very trial and error. Yeah, I've been knitting. I've gotten a couple of holes, and I've been like troubleshooting as I go.
Not bad for a first attempt though, yeah?
But yeah, it's making sense. It's going to be warm, it's going to be bright, which is what I like.
Yeah, and it'll probably go very well with your beanie hat thing.
Yeah, it's rainbows. Can't go wrong, really.
Absolutely. So there you go. Now you have met my lovely brother Sam. He's actually heading back to Melbourne at the end of the month. So we're very sad about that. But it has been lovely having him here. And now you have met him. So
Hey guys.
I'm going to try and turn off this amazing selfie stick now and upload this video for you. Bye.
See ya.
Right, so on to works in progress. A bit more coffee first. Oh, lovely. Right, works in progress. So I've got two works in progress at the moment. This one, don't know whether you can see that, Prosecco Princess, is for my brother Sam, because if you know him, he is a bit of a Prosecco princess. And I've made him socks in the past, and because of the nature of what he does a lot of training, he's a circus performer, he just wore through the toes and heels of it super fast. And you know, when you know how long a pair of socks takes to make, I thought, I'm not going to make another pair of socks for him because they're just going to get blitzed. So then we came up with the idea of yoga socks. So that's what I decided to do. I've completed one and I've very nearly completed the other. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners, which, as you know, is a very tough yarn. It's one of my favourites. I think it actually goes that way. So essentially, it's a sock. It's a rib sock without the heel or the toe. So the parts that would get twisted on and worn are not there. So it also gives him the grip that he maybe needs while he's doing all that exercisey stuff that he does. So they're really cool. So this yarn, what's it called? Have I got the little tag? I didn't keep the tag. I'll say it is a West Yorkshire Spinners one. I think, no, can't remember the name. But if I remember, I will put it down below. But it's one of the West Yorkshire Spinners cocktail yarns, and he chose the colours. And the other one that I'm working on at the moment, as you can see, I've only got the feet to go, which is about 35 rows. So, and that's a 2x2 rib essentially, all the way down. So yeah, that's kind of happening. I've got to get a wiggle on with that because he is leaving at the end of the month. So, and it's the 19th today, and obviously I've got to crack on. But to be honest, I'll probably knock those off either tonight or during the week. I also got for Christmas a yarn winder and a Swift, and so I had tremendous fun making a yarn cake from the West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, which is fab because it just sits in my yarn bowl, and because I've made it a centre pool one, it doesn't roll all over the floor, which means it doesn't get as covered in cat hair, and it also means that Pumpkin doesn't decide that it's a toy for him to play with, mostly. So that, as I say, is living in a little Prosecco Princess bag with the little tassel, which I really like. It's really blowing out, I'm so sorry. Back to normal programming next month. So the other project that I'm working on at the moment is something a bit different. Oh, I forgot to bring it up with me. So a very good friend of mine, one of my pen pals, Maggie, she sent me over a beautiful Christmas gift. She sent me some yarn, which I'll show you in a moment. And she also sent me a book with a bunch of brioche sock patterns. Now, I've never knit brioche. I've always liked the look of it, but I've never knit it. Wouldn't have a clue where to start. So this book was absolutely brilliant. So I decided, as my first project, I was going to knit a pair of brioche socks. Now, the thing with brioche socks is, because of the nature of the fabric that it creates, which is very, very flexible, very stretchy, but it also like hugs quite well. So stretchy, but it stretches back, if that makes sense. Anyway, because of the nature of it, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try for a pair of socks. And I'm making them for a friend of mine whose foot size I know, but like I've never met her, so I can't measure her feet. So I thought, well, do you know what? This is a great opportunity to try these brioche socks because they're more of a tube sock style rather than your classic heel and turn gusset, etc. So anyway, rambling on here, aren't I? So I chose to use this yarn here, which is called Serenity yarn. It's lovely. It is 50% superwash merino, 25% rayon, and 25% bamboo. 50% superwash merino, 25% rayon from bamboo, and 25% nylon. I've used this brand before and I really like it. It's lovely and soft. The colours are lovely. They're sort of maroons and purples and such. So I started these brioche socks. Now I've not done much because brain, anything new requires brain. I started and ripped out 4 times, but I've finally got the hang of it now. So I don't know whether you can see that very clearly, but that's how it's coming out so far. And it is the most gorgeous, thick fabric. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see, but it's also reversible. So it's exactly the same on the inside as it is on the outside. And you may have seen brioche where the inside is knit with a different colour to the outside. So you get the kind of the primary colour on the stripe and then the background colour on the dip, if you like, on the pearl stitches. So I'm going to try that next, I think. But it does create this beautiful, thick, squidgy fabric. And aside from the cat hair, and I'm actually quite pleased. I mean, as I say, this is a first attempt for me, so it won't be perfect. Even my projects that I do a lot, I'm not perfect by any stretch, but there will be some little glitches, but thankfully Ashton's very forgiving, and I think that she will like them anyway. So these are not quick to knit, probably only because I'm still getting the hang of the brioche stitch. It's not as scary as you'd think, but it does require some brain to get into the rhythm of it. So it's sort of one of those things that, because it's still quite new to me, I'm still referring to the pattern an awful lot. I'm kind of doing when I've got brain. So not when I get home from work of an evening when I don't have any brain left. So I'm quite pleased with them thus far. They're not going to be a quick knit for me, but that's okay. Socks are not really seasonal, are they? Well, they're not in Wales anyway. Yeah, so that's those. And they are living in, I got a few new project bags actually over Christmas because why not? And you know my preferred. Uh-oh, cat. Pumpkin, get down. Come on. Oh, this troublemaker. Oh my goodness. He's so cute, but he's been a real troublemaker today. Haven't you? Yeah. He's like, what are you doing up here? So anyway, this project bag is a lovely masculine one, grey Dove toiletries bag with a nice big zipper. Quite pleased with that. So, what else have I got? Sorry, I'm looking over here because I've got the other stuff sat on the bed next to me. So as I mentioned, my dear pen pal, Maggie, sent me, some beautiful things. She sent me so many lovely things. It was so kind of her. But in the package, she included 2 skeins of yarn, or 2 lots of yarn. So the first one, and I've never seen these before. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So this is a Karen Pantone Morning Blues is the colour from Yarnspirations. And it is a collection of mini skeins basically, all in complementary colours using Pantone. So the light one, oh gosh, they've only got numbers. They're very, very dull numbers. So it's number 14, 17, 19, 194026 and 194024. They're the colours, but they are, oh gosh, it's lovely yarn. It is, let's have a look. It's bulky weight, 60% acrylic, 20% nylon, 20% merino. It's 100 grams in total, and it comes with a link to some ideas with what you can do. So here are some beanie ideas. Make your own pom-pom to go on top. Sorry if you can't really see that. But there are a bunch of ideas on the website for this sort of, these little packs of yarn. Have you guys ever come across this? I've never seen it, and I think it's fabulous. Particularly for somebody like me. I'm not great at mixing and matching colours, so I heavily rely on sets of colours or recommendations from the manufacturers saying, well, this colour goes really well with this colour. I love this idea. No idea what I'm going to make with it yet. I might make a beanie. I might not. I might make a pair of like mitts. Maybe not. I might make a scarf. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but it smells lovely because it came with some essential oils. And I'm just going to enjoy looking at it for a while because it's ever so pretty. It really is just my colours. Those beautiful jewel tones. So thank you, Maggie. Absolutely love those. The other yarn related thing that Maggie sent me. I'm sorry, I'm cat. Oh, you're so cheeky. Come on, get down. Sorry, you've got cat bum. Come on, get down. Your rat bag. Oh, dear, oh dear. So, the other yarn related thing that Maggie sent to me is something else new I've never seen before. Look at that little Aragorumi kit. How cute is that? With the little, and it's got the pattern and everything for these 2 little cactus, a girl cactus and a boy cactus. And you can see the colours of the yarn. It's just, oh my gosh, it's like watermelon. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So this is Red Heart. It has enough yarn to make both of the crochet little cacti. It is called Cactus, unsurprisingly. Let's have a look. It is... It says it uses a number 2 US or 2.75mm needle. Just trying to see whether it's super fine weight. I don't know that it actually says what the makeup is. Oh, it's 100% acrylic. There you go. It does say. And it's 100 grams. But it's, you know, it's not got stretch because Aragorumi is best done with a non-stretchy yarn, like a cotton or something like that. So that's going to be fun. I think that would be perfect for the summer when it's really too sticky and hot to be knitting socks or whatever. Something like that. What a great project. So thank you a million times over to Maggie for such a generous and lovely gift. Anyway, I have rambled enough. I am going to insert a video of my little chat with Sam, and I can show off his project that he's been working on since he got here. And I'm going to finish up now and hope that you have a wonderful knitty month ahead. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'm Soggy Kookaburra there, so feel free to add me and follow along. You get lots of pictures of my crochet and knitting and cats and cooking and all the fun stuff. And yeah, I will see you again next month. Bye.